Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and we have more Game Dev Tycoon today, where we have made a hit at Good Kitteh on the PlayStation and very early in its life cycle. Western Star, the fantasy RPG. You know if it's a fantasy RPG and it's on the PlayStation, it's going to sell. This one sold 4.7 million copies, which is a company record, to a bunch of fans. Importantly, we gained 35,000 fans from that game, which is better than the other crap we released, which gave us 6,000. So see the difference. You score nearly a 9, you get a ton of fans. You score a middling game, you get some fans. So we're at a point now where we can start comfortably releasing medium games on our own and expecting some pretty good sales. So I guess the question now is that I've done an RPG for the PlayStation, and we're going to see what else we can do here. Because the PlayStation kind of has some weaknesses. I've had some trouble with it before. RPGs do great on it, I found, but I've had some trouble getting much else to work on it. Like, action games, I have worked okay. When did I last do an action game, actually? Because that may be a good thing here. Pirate Adventure, The High Seas. Okay, so we're going to actually start this off with a sequel. And why not do a... let's see here, Starfall... Space Action as my first game, and it got good reviews. Dragtopia, which makes me think of Drag Queens, Row Captain, Feudal Squabble, which is, I did pretty good early on. Help me please, the Prison Simulation, but there's my first mega hit, the military action game. And it's been long enough since I've done a military action game that we are going to, or any kind of military game, The High Seas, is that we're going to do a sequel to World War IV. Depressing post-apocalyptic game that was my previous sale record and reached sales rank 1 and got me 2,000 big fans. So let's do a sequel to this, and it's going to be a medium game, military action. We're going to do it for the PlayStation, because I know, and we're going to do it in 3D, so that's a first. So the thing about sequels is that if you do them with the same engine and you do them too soon, they don't sell as well, but if you wait a while, you do get a bonus. I think it's actually, I know it's a review bonus. I'm pretty sure it's a sale bonus too, for having better tech. So World War IV is our premise. I mean, there's any kind of way that you can do this. Commando, because apparently you don't wear underwear in war when you pissed yourself. So we're going to do this with 3D graphics. Notice that we have lower options here. 3D graphics actually has some kind of lower tech, but it's a higher tech value than what I made the last time, or it's around the same. So Western Star sold a boatload of copies, and we got 10% of the sales. So let's see if we can keep this moving. Part of our goal is to get us some monies here. See, we have all kinds of things here. We can do multiplayer, and this is where it starts to get into. If I drop the engine all the way down here, you actually have to have it a certain point in order for these things to be well implemented. So, like for instance, if I want to do character progression, the more expensive stuff you get in. If I want to take away gamepad support, apparently you control it with your mind. I don't know. That's just kind of how it works. But storyline here, I'm gonna do simple cutscenes. Because I don't need a branching story, but simple cutscenes, it's the PlayStation. You're starting to get that more. So we're going to do what we've done before with action games and kind of balance these two up top and keep the story low. So that means that we can go ahead and put our design guy, I can't remember, I guess I'm putting myself on the gameplay until I can remember what's good there. And Sawyer's going to be doing this, is going to be doing the engine up front. So there we go. Pretty easy. In fact, Lorraine, I'll give you that one because Strasman, I'll have some use for you later on. Ready, and make a game. Please don't start falling asleep at your desk. There we go. So monthly costs are kicking my balls. So this is where you gotta start. Keep making games. Yeah, there we go. Everyone's starting to get exhausted. So that's already a bad sign. Dialogues, who gives a crap. We'll put some Easter eggs in there instead. We're going to give ourselves some good AI and some good level design. That way draws can stand out that way, and I'll handle that part. So we want some good level design here. Yeah, we'll do it like that. So please, guys, don't pass out at your desk. I am going to have to rest them afterwards, but apparently having a month off or making an engine didn't really do too much. I'm going to do some marketing now. I can afford a small campaign for this, especially if this is going to be kind of a Christmas time release, even though I don't think Christmas time actually will boost sales or anything like before. So world design doesn't matter as much. I know people are graphics wars, and we're going to put stereo sound in there, but I do want those two things. That's where it starts to challenge, is that I do like the open world idea. Actually, not really. If it's kind of a military action game, I do want to funnel people a little more, but I do want the difference between day and night. So I'll put you on that design since it's low. Draws, I'll put you there. Sawyer, there we go. We're well balanced. Since sound is a design issue, graphics are a tech issue somehow. Yeah, there we go. Make your game, and please don't drink your coffee. You can have coffee break when this is over. Okay, so that kind of screwed me up a little bit because my staff's getting tired. But I do still have some good stuff going on here, and our hype is increasing. Alright, so no bugs. And one more tech just for good measure. And I'm going to be sending some people on vacation in a moment, so good tech. This is looking good for us. We actually leveled up our engine by quite a bit and our AI by quite a bit. You can see where our focus has been more on techie games. And we've already leveled up our 3D engine. So that'll be good if we can get 3D graphics too in here. So we made this ourselves, so we actually don't have to worry about what review score is. And video playback. Now this is what I need to do here. Send you on vacation. Send you on vacation. And Lorraine, let's have a heart-to-heart here. You have pretty low stats. Not super low, but pretty low. But I like her speed rating. It's a good base to start with. So I'm going to focus on training her. Because now that I have some money here, I can start doing that. So first reviews for our own review. Oh my god, don't be crap, don't be crap. Okay, 7, it's beautiful. Good. Oh, whew, that 7 freaked me out. So there we go, we're going to go solid 7 or 8 score here, so that's great news for us and our sales. So 8 on the nose. I will take that at 7, maybe think, oh my god. But apparently our air conditioning has helped us make a better game, so here we go. There's what training looks like. You get little pips as the training goes. Recently released a sequel to their game World War IV. The newest game in the series is titled World War IV Commando. Was met with great responses. So let's see here. This is us selling on our own. And I just want to pause this for a moment, probably somewhere different. See, okay. I have some fans. I have 90-something thousand fans. The game in the tutorials recommends 100,000 fans before you start releasing your own medium games. But you can see I'm still not selling tons and tons and tons and tons of it. But this is good enough. This is going to make me a very comfortable amount of money for when I can't go to a publisher to make a decent combo. Because look at what the publishers are offering now. Maybe they got something new. Post-apocalyptic adventure, horror any genre would be good, except it's on the Game Boy, so it's not. Movies any genre. That's interesting. And transport any genre. A lot of those are good. Post-apocalyptic for the PC, and I think I can get a solid 8 on that. So I'm going to let this actually I got to pause real quick. Okay, that's taken care of. I think, yeah, we're back on. So post-apocalyptic adventure, I can do that. I think if I can just get an 8, I mean, or movies any genre, and get a 6. 8 though, that's like holy grail material. If I can get 13% sales, if I can get that, well, I'll think about it. My worry is that post-apocalyptic is a tricky thing to work with. I've tried to make a post-apocalyptic something on the Game Boy before, and it scared little children. So we're going to go ahead and actually research movies. Go ahead and see what other topics we can find. Because if I'm going to be having to make a new engine with some other stuff here, I'll go ahead and put dialogue trees in there. So you're done with your training. Go on vacation. I'm going to try and train her at least once every time. So let's see here. We're still... World War IV has made us $1 million. And it's still on sale the end of October. And, oh my god, year 10, month 5. So we need to get started on a game here pretty soon. I'm going to make a medium booth. We have enough cash to do it. But that means I want to make something that's actually going to be well received, and I don't know if... Okay, I've also discovered some really dedicated fans of Bad Neighbors have created a fan game using a lot of the material from our game. They don't make any money from it, it just seems to do it for fellow fans. Our legal advisor strongly suggests that we shouldn't allow them to do this. I think I've said this on this LP before. The reason a lawyer would say don't do this is because even if they're not making money, that's not fair use. It's just you're using the assets, the graphics, the design, all of that stuff, which is owned copyrighted by their creator without permission. So it's pretty much, you can send a cease and desist order to somebody who uses your stuff and you'd be totally justified, and you can pursue legal action under federal copyright law or state copyright law if you wanted to. So there's your free legal advice for the day. However, let me see here. I am almost at 100,000 fans, and this is a game I released a really long time ago. I'm going to let them be. I mean, there we go, 100,000 fans, and now we can self-publish medium games. Well, we've been self-publishing medium games. Thanks, Game Dev, for telling me that. So, we're going to go ahead and publishing deal. Post-apocalyptic adventure. That is juicy. But, I mean, I can play it safe, pretty much. That's kind of the interesting thing. Going with Deep Platinum and doing something crazy. That'd be good. Doing something safe with Electronic Mass Production 2 and an alternate universe bought me out. Safe versus not safe. Fuck it, this is a Let's Play. Let's do the crazy thing. I don't know how this combo is gonna go, but we're gonna do it in 3D, and it's gonna be for the PC, and it's gonna be the greatest post-apocalyptic adventure. Wait, let me throw the brakes on that real quick. If I just recently did an adventure game, looks like we're playing it safe, guys, because that is a little close there. That's going to influence my review score. I try and have different combos there, different genres, at least 3-way. Oh, let's do it anyway. I got some bank. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I'm not going to go bankrupt for this. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. This could turn out to be... I don't know, there was a good... I know it's going to date myself because I'm recording ahead here. There was a good... oh my god, what's the guy's name? Jim Sterling on The Escapist. He had a nice little comparison recently about making the games that the market doesn't even know it wants here. And I'm going to fucking give them a post-apocalyptic adventure whether they want it or not here. So... And I've read a lot of good post-apocalyptic adventure, and... even though it's a lonely world, a lot of it, and even in the Fallout games, early and more modern, what it boils down to is who you run into when you're around. It's not just, it's never a world where you're by yourself. So we're just gonna... Highway Home. That's probably a song, isn't it? Oh wait, writer's block. Naming games is sometimes difficult. Wow. Okay, so apparently me stammering here for too long. Thanks, game. You're reminding me that this is a problem here, so Camp 66. That works. So I'll get off my ass, name the game. World War IV Commando is still going, and I'm going to punch these guys in the face with something so awesome they didn't even know what hit them. And already we have a bug. And we didn't even start fucking making a game and there's already a bug. So, let's drop the engine a little bit. I want this to be... You know, I'm going to focus on single player. There's a lot of talk about wanting multiplayer crap, but we're not going to do that today. I'm just going to do single player here. This is going to be a rich world with a lot of story and some solid gameplay. I think that's fair. I think that's going to do good. And we're going to do a branching story because, yeah, this is the kind of game I'd want to play. This is the kind of game that would succeed in 2013. The problem is we're in the PlayStation era, and I think people are going to poop themselves and say, what am I playing here? I want some fucking Spyro. Which is the shit back then, don't get me wrong, but it's not at all what we're looking at now. Hey, my name is Denise Reed, and I'm a bad neighbor's game fan. I'm recently informed that your legal department has advised you to stop, and I just want to say you're grateful you didn't. Well, hey, I mean, it could have gone either way, to be honest. Good Kitteh is the best company in the world. Fan community, and we gained 5,000 fans for that, so that actually put a dent in our fan number a little bit. So here we go. Apparently World War IV Commando is our game that's being hyped at G3. Oh wait, no? Oh wow, we get to display 2 games. One for the PC, one... I actually never paid attention enough to see this. So we have World War IV Commando and Camp 66. So if you have something on sale and you have something in development, you get to hype both. That's pretty cool. I mean, it splits the attention a little bit, but we got to see more people here. We're going to go ahead and start our advertising campaign. And I don't want to blow all my money here, because this is a risky game. But we're going to do it anyway. I mean, we're well rested here. And this is going to be... We're going to make this like a Fallout kind of game here, where it's not an RPG, it's not some top-down isometric thing, but we want this to be a world that is alive. So I'm not as concerned about the AI. We'll put 20k worth of AI in there, because that's not a huge deal. But dialogues, man, that is going to be where it's at. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and, let's see here. Oh, well, you know what, Drosman. Yeah, that's good. I'm actually inclined to lower this a little bit, put Lorraine on there. Because she's not great. She's still learning. That training's already helping her. I want her to be balanced like me. Because you can have up to 6 staff in this game, I want 2 balanced and 4 specialists. That tends to be a combo that works for me. So yeah, I'm not going to get an experience bonus for this. But there we go. I think that's decent. We'll just do kind of like that. Because we're adding in a bunch of features, getting some hype. And there's the N64, still one of my favorite controllers ever. GameCube controller is actually my favorite controller. So there we go, adding stuff to the game, getting hype, getting fans. People like our sequel, yay. Because we're publishing things ourselves. Ballsy like that, so... Sound we're not going to worry about as much. I'll put enough to have stereo sound work. This is going to be an open world masterpiece with good graphics. Well, with 3D graphics. So, world design. We want our specialist on there. And I'll put Lorraine on this, so he can totally focus on that. And I want great graphics too, so, I mean, it's gotta look good. I know it's gonna be in 3D and it's on the PC, so here's our post-apocalyptic adventure. This is another thing, I would buy this game. I would buy it. However, it doesn't seem for some reason like we're putting a lot of points up there like maybe we were, so I have a feeling we may be in trouble here in just a moment. Come on, come on. So 49 and 42. Maybe this is a sign that we're not looking at the best combo here. I don't know. But we got to get a 7, so let's see if we can get some points for finishing. There we go. One more bug. That's okay. Let's do that. Oh, okay, that's not so bad. New record, 55 and 48. New topic, new combo. Not a great combo. I always think of TJ combo. Killer Instinct is such a great game, though. I wonder why fighting isn't a genre. Now that I think about it, I guess there's only so many things you can do with fighting. It's like, ooh, we're gonna have planes that fight. I don't know. So Drosman's leveled up. That's good. We actually leveled up our 3D graphics, so I may be able to pump in a new engine here in a little bit. Oh wait, so an N64. I will gladly pay you more. That guy's so cheap coming in. And we can add a soundtrack to the game, so that's worth researching. So we gotta get, I think, an 8. Oh god. Oh god. We got an 8. Well designed focus. Come on, do me good. 8. Okay, we're, I think, maybe gonna do it. Come on, give me an, oh my god. That's right, we gave them the game that they didn't know they wanted. This game is so fucking brilliant that we've just changed the course of gaming history today, here in Game Dev Tycoon. Who knew? Oh, that makes me feel better. I could have gone safe with Electronic Arts. I mean, oh, EMP, excuse me, but I didn't, and I've been rewarded, and now I get to train my employee. So there we go. I like doing this one because it focuses on design and technology. And actually, it's probably high time I started training myself as well. Because dance casual is good. Yeah, I'm going to start, this is where I need to start training myself, because if I want to get boost, which is awesome and vital for later in the game, that's going to have to happen. So, what can you research if we're going to be putting it into our next engine here? See, 100 reading points is really expensive for 2D graphics. That's kind of where it says, hey, you know, 2D graphics is going to come back later in the game. Soundtrack is something we want. So let's hear, how is this going to sell? Holy balls. We just made a ton of money again. So, Deep Platinum. Good job. Somehow it's not coming to my brain immediately who that represents, but we're going to do dance here, because that'll be a good casual one for later. So we are selling. PC, good to see you're still a viable platform. So we got 30 training points. I'm just going to train you again. Might as well. I'm going to train myself again here. And I'm probably going to wear myself out, but that's okay. So I want to be able to make a third game here, though, this episode. So this one runs a little longer than 30 minutes. I hope you don't mind. I mean, we've done this series long enough now to where hopefully you're sticking around and enjoying it. If there's anything you'd like to see, feel free to comment. That is satisfying that I made the game I wanted to make, and Camp 66 is, how are we doing on the game history here? It hasn't done World War IV numbers. It definitely hasn't done Western Star numbers, but I don't think many things are going to. But, you know what? It's done solid, and the important thing is that we now have enough fans to where we can kind of say screw to publishers and do our own things. Like here, fashion simulation, pirate adventure, which we actually just did, any topic, any genre, but for young kids for the Nintendo 64. So see, this is where we're going to do something for ourselves. And I can't send you on a vacation. I'd really like to. So it's here. We are at 10 million. Let's check the posters one more time. Nope, nothing. So let's hear, do we develop a sequel or a new IP? We've just done a post-apocalyptic adventure. We're adventured out. Military action, fantasy RPG, pirate adventure. So yeah, well, let's do a... let's see, we have some sequels that we can play with, but let's develop a new game here. So here we have movies. You know what? Screw it. Let's do Dance Dance Revolution right here, right now. This is going to be for the PlayStation. And it's going to use the 3D CAD engine. We're going to do a dance game. Oh my god. Kitty Cat. Kitty Romper. There we go. Kitty Romper. Kitty Romper, I guess. Because we are the cat company. Or it could be Kitty, the very awesome, very loud band. It's like, you didn't know what you were getting. Haha, fuck you. Alright. Kitty's awesome. I dated myself a little bit there, or whatever. Alright, so we are starting with our casual dance game. So, alright, we're going to do the casual thing here. Branching story, don't need it. Simple cutscenes I actually will keep. And I want to add multiplayer to this. So that'll actually require us to up our engine a little bit here, because if we're doing a Dance Dance Revolution clone, you want something there. So the ability to save, the ability to dance. And I actually do like the idea of character progression here. I think that's pretty cool. So, how do we want to do this? I'm going to keep myself there because I'm still balanced. Lorraine's actually starting to become pretty decent. But since she's kind of our balanced other person, I'm going to put her on some of the stuff that I don't think is as important. Because she's going to come into play later on as long as I keep up with training her. So here's our height meter. Where I missed the Christmas release window. Camp 66 made us some good money through the publisher. So that's awesome. I'm so pleased that that happened. So let's mark it. I'm going to do a small campaign, because the earlier you do... Oh, apparently I didn't give us a ton of hype, but enough hype. I mean, so dialogues, we're not even going to fuck with dialogues or AI here. Because I worry sometimes that the game gets a little confused if you try and add little side features like that. So we're going to do like this. Level design. Yeah, because we want it to be fun. That's what we want here. So once again, dialogues don't matter. We're going to give it to our girl here. So, but we want Easter eggs. We don't need a level editor in a casual dance game. We'll just do Easter eggs. Like I said, I don't know if some of these things, having them helps or hurts. Though I can see it's pretty, if you do like some kind of dance game, it'd be cool to be able to kind of like make your own dance stuff. That'd be pretty neat. So Super Nintendo off the market. I don't know. Let's see, we're getting our level design on AI just a little bit. We're getting a little more hype because we're doing it ourselves. Okay, so world design, screw that. Day and night cycle. It's always nighttime at the club. So this is a dance game, so we want good this, good this. So how are we going to do this? Sawyer's obviously on graphics. Drosman? Can you handle... I don't know if you can handle that, because I'd like to keep this pretty balanced. So that's here, but I don't think that's going to happen, because I kind of managed my staff a little poorly here. So it's here. It's either me or him going ball busters overboard. So I guess what I'll do here is just... Let's see here. I can't really... Oh well. I like sound. I think sound and graphics are going to be both important here, but graphics probably a little more important for the casual crowd. So no experience bonus for this, but I think we do have a good seller. And that's what matters. Can we break 10 million in cash? We actually may have already broken it had we not started to develop this game. So, here we go. Hype train, all aboard. For our casual dance masterpiece, Kitty Romper. Because we have to go with cat names sometimes. So one extra bug. There we go. Now people are getting tired. They're starting to throw more bugs out there. So as soon as that bug's resolved, and that bug's resolved, it gets harder with more people when they get more skilled because they throw bugs up there faster. And I really like releasing games with 0 bugs. So new topic, new combo. Great combo. Duh, it's a great combo. People go shit crazy over dance, even when it's a terrible game. Not talking about Just Dance, obviously, because I've never played it, so I don't want to judge what I haven't played. But we're going to start, probably, I guess, by training a little bit and making a new engine next time. So advanced cutscenes, 3D graphics too, we're due for a new engine. We're due to send you on vacation. And if I had held off... Actually, I'm going to skip G3 this year because... Well, I'm going to do a small booth because we can still hype the game that we're selling right now. thought maybe we'd hit that window. So, Kitty Romper, good scores. That looks like good scores. Holy balls, we blew their mind. We fucking blew their mind. Oh, please be straight tens for our casual dance game. Oh my god, oh, okay. Fucking game hero every damn time. So you Star Games, you're cool, Informed Gamer, you're cool, the rest of you can get the fuck out. Giving me a 9 instead of a 10, obviously I put all my money hats and paid them. So, we are about to out-Konami ourselves. I think Konami did DDR. And make lots of money, and that means we get to, what's here? Well, hunting. Ooh, hunting is a really good genre. I'm going to start actually by researching that. We actually need to get our research on, because my next goal, now that we have another big hit, is that we need to get together a new engine. I know I just made an engine earlier in this episode, but there we go, rank 7, 1.4 million in sales. Oh my god, 1.5 million in sales. We actually did better in week 2 than week 1. That's fucking word of mouth right there. Okay, so let's send you on vacation and then train you. So I've been playing Kitty Romper and I've tremendously enjoyed the experience. I have rarely seen such responsive game controls. A true joy to play. Good Kitty, keep the hits humming. I can't even read. Thanks, Andrew McNamara. So we've been in the top 10 with our self-published medium game Kitty Romper. We have a ton of money, so it's probably time to get a new engine, and it's probably time to add on even more staff. So I actually am, well, let's see here. We have how many staff? I think we can only have 4 staff in the medium office extra, so I have 1 balanced and 2 specialists. But I'm usually, I mean, it depends on the game. I'm going to go for a better coder, I think. We'll spend a little more money since we got it to try and look for him. Because coding is important and hard to find. So Kitty Romper was recently released by Good Kitteh. Has racked up over 500,000 in sales. So this is where you get an achievement for, hey, good sales. So I'm going to probably just let this go here and call this an episode for now, because we got to probably make one more game to get some research points and then make a new engine. But let's see here. You suck. You are not as good as I was hoping. Yeah, it's not great. I spent a lot of money for not great people. But we'll get Brody Estrada. That's fine. He's level 2. He's cheap and he's pretty decent. So see, now we got all our people drop down. Train in your staff. Welcoming, please. What other things can we add to the engine here real quick? Let's see here. AI companions would be cool. Video playback, advanced cutscenes. Ooh, those are some good ones. Those are some good ones. That is a tough choice, because AI companions would be kind of cutting edge feature here, and I already have a lot of story and quest things and not a lot of AI things, so as much as I want advanced cutscenes, it's the PlayStation era, it can wait. I mean, there we go. So you're on vacation. So yeah, there we go. I am making a ton of sales. I think I'm actually going to have a million seller here. Oh, of course it's a million seller. I think I'm going to have, oh no, it's actually not a million seller. That one sold 1 million. That one didn't. That one did. So we could have another million seller here for the PlayStation. Before long. Actually, did that make me more? That made me more money than Western Star because I put it out myself. So that's fucking awesome. So there you go, Kitty Romper, the casual dance game. We're gonna stop this right now, and then we will pick this up next time. And I'll go ahead and make the new engine to start out, I think. And then we will get rolling and seeing if we can move onwards and upwards. We have survived, and I don't think bankruptcy is going to be an issue. So that's Game Dev Tycoon for today. See you all next time.